Fix It Up Lifetime. Mark, are you ready?
We're in it to win it. We're here hanging out at the National Hardware Show.
We are. We are the National Hardware Show, and we're chilling like villains. But you know what? We've got awesome guests. We're talking about cool innovations, awesome products, things you want to know about. And our first guests are walking up here, so we will be back in just a minute with more My Fix It Up Life.
You are in it to win it. We're hanging out at Shoreline at the National Hardware Show, and we're joined by our friends, Chris and Peyton Lampton.
Yes.
Who may say, and we've joined our friend, Teresa, and leave me out of
Come on, Mark. You're a friend, too.
Oh, we won't leave you out, yeah.
Just because you napped last night and you didn't,
Oh
we didn't see
my
you out in the
goodness!
casino.
Really? I know.
Who
I tucked
sleeps
him into
in
bed
Vegas?
And I left him there.
Yeah, who sleeps in Vegas?
Let me just say that the bed in our hotel had a magnet in it that, to the plate in my head, it just kept me in it.
He's all snuggled up, little
Listen,
cozy
Mark,
toasty
I
in
agree,
his
'cause
little
our
bed.
Our bed is like sleeping on a cloud here.
It's so comfortable.
Everything's better in Vegas. It really is. The beds, like the blackout curtains, you push a button,
That's
these
key.
curtains just go.
You're just shut down. You're in there. Sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah.
Well, and you
That's
guys were
irony in Vegas.
having a lovely time. I saw you guys with your little flutes of champagne.
It was our
walking
anniversary,
around,
yeah. You
and
have to
I
have champagne.
literally was eating out of a bag.
Rice out of a cup.
I know.
Mark, you-
I look like a
Come with a
homeless
bag of
person
rice.
walking around the
Food
casino.
budget. You know, food budget's not what it used to be.
I'm
like- Right?
Okay.
Like, don't
Yeah.
look at me.
Like, give her some money for some food, man.
Right?
I know, right?
Jeez.
He stays in. I don't have the money. I'm like eating out of a bag like a homeless
Yeah.
person. It's
Yeah,
really
I
sad.
stayed in at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. I mean, come on.
So you brought a hammer.
I brought a hammer.
So tell us about your hammer, because
So-
is that for protection against Mark?
There's crazy people in Vegas. You have to always be on guard, Mark. You
I
know
think
this.
that's true. I do. I believe personal protection is an issue, and we
Yeah.
have to deal with that.
Well, I stopped by the Fiskars booth, and they just came up with a new product, new hammer. And as you were saying, who doesn't love a good hammer? And they're like, yeah, we'll ship you one. I was like, no. I'm stealing it right now.
So now he's that guy walking around with a hammer.
And
So-
I was walking by a booth, and the guy said, is it hammer time? I was
See.
like, oh, jeez.
But
How many of those am I
Then
gonna
you
get today?
started
Yeah.
dancing.
Every time you see me.
I
the
think
hammer
there
won't stop.
should be some type of penalty for using a joke that is that far
No.
out of.
No, I'm charmed.
You know what I mean? You
But
can
it
do an old one
it
and be
cycles
like,
back. It becomes funny again.
oh, then you've got to be a risk taker to play that
Ooh.
card, though.
Yeah.
See?
Okay, so Fiskars makes the best scissors.
They
They
do.
make
Yes.
all those cute
Love.
little punch-out
All right,
things.
so you're ready?
And they make axes.
Great
and
for-
they make
But it's like crafting, gardening.
everything. It's
And
for everybody.
construction.
It's
All right,
crazy.
so here's my quiz for you. How many pairs of scissors does Fiskars make? Like different types.
Holy cow.
Take a guess.
I've seen at least like a half dozen, so maybe 50.
I
Yes.
would go with 20.
So you'd almost have to multiply those two. So 275 different types of scissors.
Yep.
Blown mind.
So Chris Lampton used to teach math, so we have to do math while we talk to you and talk about hammers at the exact same time.
Multitasking. Multitasking. That's what
Yep.
it's all about.
Hold
Okay,
on a second.
so-
I got a little smoke out here.
So since we're
Oh,
in
man.
a painting tools booth,
Yes.
we have paint. And I was wondering if maybe we could, like, you know, put some color on that canvas that's sitting next to your beautiful wife.
You want to see my Van Gogh impression?
I totally do.
Oh, no. No, I don't. No.
I'm gonna bring
I'm
it.
not sure it's legal. We'll keep narrating while Teresa sets up these Shoreline touch-up painters.
What colors do I have to choose from?
Looks
Purple.
like
Purple.
Oh, is that?
you got the rainbow down there, babe.
I'm going with orange and blue because the blue will match my shirt, so that way if I splatter, no one will even know.
You won't splatter with this.
Oh, perfect.
This touch-up painter.
And I'm wearing orange.
Yeah, so orange and blue.
And orange is my favorite color.
Orange is your favorite
Ooh,
color.
yes.
I like
Trendy.
those. I like
Yes.
those easy pour tops because I'm not gonna lie. When I pour out paint, it is a mess.
So you want to know?
So did anybody
I
shake?
call them party hats.
Gee, what do you?
Oh,
Oh, God.
what was going
Par-
on right
party.
there?
I don't know. Actually,
a fun fact about
she
Chris
just
Lampton.
rushed me. Can I have the hammer? We've got a personal
Protection.
protection issue at all times.
So-
Did anybody shake that paint?
Shake
well,
it up, baby.
Shake it up.
Hey,
because
T Swift style, shake it
It
off.
I have
has
to tell
nothing
you,
to
if you're ever doing a project where you need someone to paint a room, Chris Lampton is not the person that you want to ask. Because
I'm glad
was-
you've referred to him by his full name,
Right.
just in case.
That's when you know I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So we were doing some work at the house. I was painting the bathroom, and he came in and was like, "Oh, I guess I should probably help her." And so I give him a paintbrush, and about 30
Go back
seconds
on.
later, I kicked him out because he is so messy. Paint is there's more paint like on the floor than there was on the walls. It was awful, but he did it on purpose so that I would never ask
Aw.
him to paint again.
So when
You don't want
I
to be.
do
You don't want to
projects-
be good at every job.
Dear, you're like all the other men that I've worked with on job sites. They say they're allergic to paint.
Yeah, what is it with it?
It's the acrylic, I think, Mark. It makes me sneeze.
They're not allergic to paint.
But he was like a tornado. It looked like a tornado of paint went through the bathroom.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the sink, on the faucet.
She's like, "All right, you're done. Get out of here." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, come on. I
So-
really want to help.
So
Please
on,
let me help paint."
On DIY Networks, yard show that you do. Do you ever do that technique to make over someone's backyard? You know, the painting like Tasmanian devil.
Well, no. See,
it needs color here, color everywhere.
Just
See,
throws it.
the best part about Yard Crashers is that you have the homeowner's friends, and their first job for me is, all right, so you guys going to have to paint every one of these posts and all the 2x6s and 2x10s for the pergola. So enjoy painting for the rest of the day. That's your
He
job.
never has to paint because
I
the
don't paint.
homeowner's friends do it. Because they need a task, and he has professionals that are building the pergola.
time out.
and-
They're all allergic to paint.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Right, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
We need like one of our handheld mics.
Right? That's
Yeah.
really cool. What is this little contraption called?
It's a touch-up painter.
So this is the touch-up painter,
Yeah.
and
And you know what's cool about that too is that you can store the paint in there.
And you can just leave it.
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
Yeah.
yes, it's sealed.
Oh, look at that! That's beautiful.
Wait, that's a seagull.
I'm gonna totally.
It's a sunshine. Are we playing?
Oh, yeah.
What are we playing?
I don't know, but I want to play.
Give him 5 minutes. That's going to be Tom Brady.
He would
Really?
draw.
It's one
he
of those.
would draw Tom
That would
Brady.
be. And then
That's
you're
right.
like, you can paint.
Yeah.
What was all that bathroom nonsense about?
My artist husband over here.
Oh wow. You
So what is
fancy.
it? Did we guess? Is it a sunshine? Is it sunrise? Chris, I think that we're going to take
Chris
this
dropping
to
The sun also rises.
the sun also
the
rises.
Museum of
Chris
Modern Art. Here we
dropping
go.
some
right here.
Ernest Hemingway on us.
I think we need some yellow though.
Nicely
with that.
played. Knowledge.
Or some
Use the
blue.
power.
Now Chris is like totally. He's in it to win it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Chris is sharing his inner artist with us, but can't seem to paint the bathroom.
No.
Now you're the painter in the family then.
Well, I became that way. When we first got married and moved in together, I wanted to nest and make the house feel like it was mine
Well,
because
yeah.
I moved into his space.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did was paint, every room in the house. I painted the kitchen yellow. It was a horrible decision. So then I had to paint over it. And you've been in our kitchen. It was
Yeah.
huge vaulted ceilings.
It's a big kitchen.
It took a long time.
Yeah,
so,
that's a very big space.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Now you're building a new house.
yeah, then we tore that house down and built a new one. So all of my painting, but at least I figured out what colors I liked before we built the new house. So now the professionals can paint it once and I don't have to deal with it.
You took that how I thought you lifted some of that house.
Well, you
Do
were
I have
talking
all
about it,
wrong?
but it would be easier
Yeah.
though, because Peyton's dad's an architect.
It was easier.
Yeah.
It was
By the end
less
of the day.
costly because the house was built in the 1800s, and
Yeah.
while I know a lot of people restore homes, and I really respect that, it was just not what was right for us.
Now you guys did your yard on your HGTV
Ongoing
show.
yard,
Yes.
yeah.
Did you keep the yard
we did
intact?
Well, we stacked all the stones from the patio. We're going to reuse everything. And the pergola, we took it all apart, so we're ready to build it back.
and the turret, it looks like
Oh, the old barn silo.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's still back there.
awesome.
Yeah, so we actually are going to do some stone on the exterior of the house to
Look
match
at him
that
go!
tower.
I'm so impressed.
I need a little help with getting this open, but now.
I'm not listening to him. I was
Oh my
listening
God.
to Peyton.
I can't believe that Chris Lampton's an artist.
Me either. I'm shocked here.
On this episode of the dating game, right after
Right?
your anniversary,
Have we met?
we now
exactly.
share the real Chris Lampton.
Yeah.
Chris Lampton, would you please? We don't have a real Chris
Look at him.
Lampton.
He's
This is
gone.
really it.
He's
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
You could actually use, so that had an on and off, Chris. Is that what happened there?
Yeah. I figured it out.
So you can, that's how you seal it, so you can just keep the paint in there.
That's great. I
Yeah.
hate when I leave my paintbrushes out. I forget about them and they
No,
dry out.
don't
or-
even.
Yeah.
You got to
it's
clean the
just-
paintbrushes.
I
Yeah.
know.
And you got to clean them while you're working too. If you're working on
Right.
a lot, because then they get all gummy.
Yep.
And that's the part I don't like to do. Because
Exactly.
I don't want to stop. I'm like, well, just work a little, and then you have to clean them because
Right here.
they keep
I
them
sent you
nice
one.
for the next time that you use them.
There you go.
You didn't get anything on you? I'm shocked.
0.
I can't believe
I didn't
that
get anything on me. That was awesome.
I got some on me when I filled up the first one.
you did. What color? Oh, look, you're hurt there.
No, I'm not.
It's orange.
It's paint.
So
Let's. I mean,
So I was asking Chris last night while you were snuggled all toasty cozy in your bed about Spartan
You mean-
race, and
you mean with my teddy bear?
yes, little.
Aw, that's precious.
Aren't I
Are.
cute? I mean, seriously, how cute am I? It's ridiculous, right? Yeah.
Now-
She's like, no, please, God, make it end. Yeah.
Are you guys running Falmouth again this summer?
Yeah, we
Running
are.
Falmouth in the summer, which is I think like I want to say mid-August.
Yeah.
So I think this is I did it 1 or 2 years before you, so this is
I
probably
think
like
this is my fifth race.
So I was gonna say this is my
Wow.
sixth. Yeah, my 6th race.
Now
That's
remind
awesome.
me how many miles that is.
7.2.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark sort of ran half of that once.
He sustained
And
an
then he
injury.
walked.
Calf to the calf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
that was a bummer.
it's funny because like Cape Cod, you think flat like sandbar, but for some reason when they picked the 7.2 miles for the Falmouth Road race, they found some hills.
And that last point, too, is straight uphill, like the very end. And that's where the photographer is taking pictures of everyone. And every year, like, I have the most horrific look on my face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
get me over this hill. I need the finish line.
The agony of defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Except
yeah.
you're not defeated because you do come over that.
And then it's
And then you get it
beautiful.
downhill.
It's so
And
Yeah.
there's a big
beautiful.
party.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
food trucks, the whole
Yeah.
nine. It's
That-
awesome.
It is a great time there. So
Yeah.
So
It's
for
such a great
everybody
race.
who doesn't know, who's listening and watching, why you do the Falmouth every year, you have
Yep.
a website that people can donate money.
yeah, so well, next weekend's Mother's Day, so I do it in honor of my mother who passed away from ALS. So I run for Compassionate Care.
Great
ALS.
organization.
Yeah, they help out people with ALS outfit their houses or just help with things such as like a commode to chairs to everything. So they really helped out my family and my mom, and I am forever grateful. So because of that, I do whatever I can to help people with ALS and this organization. So now we run it every year, and it's just, I mean, it's fun, and plus you give back to people who really need it.
Yeah.
So
So if if somebody goes to your website, which you just redid recently.
yeah, because
Yes.
my other website was hacked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Sorry. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing.
Now,
are you part of the Nigerian cyber army who hacked my website?
You know what?
Is
Our
that
website
what we're
got
calling ourselves
hacked
now?
once,
Yeah.
and it was by a restaurant in Jakarta.
Really?
No joke. I'm like, what? That's the randomest thing.
Yeah.
Like, why are we
Nigerian
even associated?
cyber army hacked my website, deleted everything.
And had this awful techno music that was blaring when you went to it.
Why?
So I don't know. I went to GoDaddy. I called their service number, and I told them that I was hacked by the Nigerian cyber. And the guy starts laughing. I was like, "Go to the website." He went to the website. He's like, "Oh my God, I've never seen that before." And I was like, "But you're customer support.
Because you're GoDaddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You run this stuff. Like, you are the internet.
Yeah.
So go, Daddy, fix it,
Yes.
please.
That- and he's
Action, go.
He's like, "No." He's like, "It's gone, man." I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Did you back it up?" I'm like, "Did you back it
It's
up?"
the internet. I thought it just lived there.
I thought everything just backs up
Yeah,
all
they-
the time.
It's
They
like the
should be
cloud.
backing it up
Like
for
nobody
you.
understands the cloud.
No one knows what the cloud is. The
I
people
don't
who
even
make
know.
the cloud don't know what
Right,
it is.
right.
They have no idea.
It's just
They
something
just throw
say.
it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So is it chrislampton.com?
yeah.
Okay.
So I redid it
We
myself.
can find Peyton there too.
I now have PeytonLampton.com.
Noah and a radio show.
And you have a radio show.
I do.
Yes,
I
Radio
do.
program.
So I'm
She
doing
was up
some
at-
new stuff.
She was up at 3 a.m. today.
Doing the show from the bathroom. You know,
Potty
You know,
mouth.
really glamorous,
Peyton, there's nothing like the glamour and the glitz of radio.
right?
Nothing like it.
You
Yeah.
can do it literally anywhere.
Yeah, when you're laying in a bathtub, so no one
Oh,
can
so
hear
you watched
I
Keeping
should
Up with
have
the
laid in the
Kardashians.
bathtub. That would have been way more
Did you know that?
comfortable.
The Chloe and Scott, they had a podcast.
Oh, a
and they
podcast
did
from
it
the-
in
from
the
the
bathtub.
bathtub. I'm going to lay in the bathtub tomorrow
I'm
morning.
embarrassed enough to say that of the few moments of that show I caught, that's what I caught. they were podcasting from their bathtub, right?
Yeah.
That's ingenious.
Maybe that's what we
That's
should do
really
next
good.
time.
Let's do it here. I mean, we're hanging out at the
Welcome to
Shoreline
My
booth.
Fix It Up Life and broadcasting from the tub.
Let's take
get
a
outta
steam
here.
shower. Yeah, that's hilarious. So,
So-
what's the station? When can people tune in to listen to?
So
you, Peyton?
it's local on Cape Cod, but we are iHeartRadio, so they can download the iHeartRadio app, and it's 106 WCOD. I'm on Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. You know, it's just waking people up in the morning talking about the Kardashians or anything local on
I'm
Cape
totally
Cod.
calling
What time
in.
do you get up in the morning?
I get up at 5,
And
which
go
is
right
very
to
new
the
for
station?
me. Yes.
Yes.
I don't think I've been up before the sunrise ever in my life. Like, it just
The whole
You're
time.
up
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I
We-
mean,
we're
I
like
don't get up at
stupidly
5 with
early
her,
risers.
but
I am now. I am an early riser now. So.
iHeartRadio for Peyton, chrislampton.com.
Follow
for
them on Twitter for all of their different adventures and to be
Yes.
able to find out about the Falmouth race and
Yeah.
raising money for compassionate care. So
And I
Thank
guess
you.
you can
Lampton
watch
for-
a show, Yard
Chris
Crashers.
Lampton
Yeah, it's
13
not
on
bad.
Twitter. Peyton
Peyton W. Lampton.
W. Lampton
Yeah.
on Twitter.
It's the same. We're the same on all social media.
I love those paint lids.
Yeah.
Look
I
at that.
call them party hats.
Look at that.
Party
I didn't
hats
get
and
any
you
Store
paint.
guys-
them in them too.
We're hanging out with Shoreline.
Yes.
I want
Okay,
to drink out of that.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
say-
put a beer in there? Those are probably great for beer.
Yeah, they're approved by the FDA. Don't
I
worry
think it's
about
good.
it.
We'll have to
Yeah.
read the label just to make sure.
Somebody
All right, we
press a
gotta
button
go.
Does that music mean that it's time to kick us
Yeah,
off?
I'm
Come on, John.
sorry.
Thank you guys.
Thank
John,
you guys
play
for
us out,
stopping
buddy.
by. This is My Fix It Up Life.
This
I'm
is it.
Teresa. That's Mark
Yep.
with his very handsome voice.
Yes, I've brought my handsome voice. Sometimes I speak with a slightly continental twang.
Yes.
Just the tone of continentality.
Yes. And we have an extra chair over here, and I was wondering if perhaps we could share that with Raquel, who's very pregnant over there.
She has declined sitting.
What?
Yes.
No, here's a
No,
chair.
no, I already went through this
You
whole
did?
thing. I
Ah.
already went through it.
All right.
I see a pregnant lady, and I'm like, look, sit down. You have to sit down. Sit down.
You know, when I met Mark, I was like, has so much empathy for others and so positive that he makes me feel good inside in a way that no one else has ever. So I thought that we should get married and, create more people that have his genetic code.
Definitely a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. No wasting time. I don't have time for you to waste my time. Right, Gary from Shoreline, who's been kind enough to join us and invite us into this booth
Yes.
here at the
Absolutely.
National Hardware Show. Don't waste my time. Go.
And for everyone who doesn't know that,
Speaking of time not being wasted,
if everybody
let's
doesn't
have a
know
segue.
that, we're in a relationship with Shoreline. And I just want to say, I would post it on Facebook, but I'm already in a relationship with you. And I don't think Facebook lets you have a relationship with more than one
You
person.
can't click. That's clicking a box. Come on.
That needs to be addressed, I think.
Yes.
Maybe a platonic
Especially for
relationship.
the sister wives people.
Mhm.
I
I'll
mean,
call
how do
Mark
they
Zuckerberg.
have a Facebook and have it be authentic?
Absolutely.
Yes.
A little bit awkward on that one.
So anyway, we
Little-
we love being here because there are party hats. I swear, those lids on paint cans are like the best thing I've ever seen, and we've tried all kinds of tricks over the years to make sure you can pour paint out without making a mess.
What is
Yep.
the official name of that product?
So the official name of that is literally just the paint can lid. And for a while now, we've had a gallon paint can lid, and it serves as a pourer but also a storage device. You can literally toss away your can lid when you get your can of paint back home, because we know they always get gummed up. You can pour the paint with it, very neat and tidy, no mess. And then you can just fold down the spout, and they will stack can on top of can, and the paint keeps perfectly well inside. So
And you
they're an
don't have
awesome
that
product.
thing that happens when you put the lid back on, the lid that comes with the paint can, and you try to get it back in, and
Bash it.
then you have got
Paint splurging everywhere.
Yes.
Yep, no,
It's very exciting.
completely avoids that.
I
How did
know.
you come up with the name?
It was a brain trust
Yeah.
locked away for months on end,
Did you ever retreat?
and then we never found them again. And we asked the cleaning guy to come up with a name. But, so we went for clarity.
Yes.
We went for clarity.
Perfect.
It is. It's very
Perfect.
important to be clear with what it is. But I think it needs a little bit extra, like the best paint can lid ever.
I believe so.
Yeah.
We need to do something about that. And what we've done is we've had the gallon can for can lid for quite some time, and we're now just releasing to the market a handy quart-sized can lid. And we can see
And
them
that's
down
what we
here.
have
You've been having
here.
some fun
Yes,
with
and
them
we were
this
just
morning.
using them, making a, but we have canvas here. We have to get that up in just a minute so we can make more art.
Yeah, we'll get that up. We'll make sure that we've got the ability to create art with the touch-up painter. But Gary, you are also going to share some different products with us.
Yes, so I mean, first up, Shoreline has a very long history of bringing products to the market that help to motivate and inspire DIY consumers to tackle all kinds of projects, hopefully have a little bit of fun with them, do them well, and hopefully save some money, definitely over having a pro painter in. And so one of the big things we've seen at the moment is the majority of the market is changing over to paint plus primer paints. So these are the paints that literally will seal the wall and then apply your hue or your tint in one application, and quite often in just one coat. And so we've tried to steal a march on the market and bring products that are engineered specifically to work with those paint plus primer paints. So we've specially formulated a number of brushes and roller covers that work really well with the thicker paint. That's one of the things about paint plus primer paint, is it's thicker. So we have to change the way that we produce those brushes and the roller covers.
So they actually hold the paint.
They hold the
in
paint
them?
in them and then release it nice and consistently, and that they're easy to use for a consumer. So they don't have to have the skill set of a professional painter to be able to use that paint well.
Paint and primer
Yeah, and I think it can
products
get
are different. They're
Yes.
different to use.
And I think it's confusing, I think, of, girlfriends that I have, that they say things like, and I'm sure that you've heard this a lot, it's like, well, what's the difference between the paintbrushes? Like, you go there, you pick the color,
Yes.
spent ages deciding, getting samples, looking around, asking friends, going on Pinterest and all that stuff and find the color, and then they go to get it, and they're
And-
like, oh, well, they're all good, I guess. I'll just
And
get this
grab
one.
just
Yeah,
grab
get the
first
cheapest
one,
one
in front
that
of
you
them. Yep.
sort of, well,
This one's $22. I'll get that.
it's a throwaway, or
Yeah.
it's the most expensive one because you're like, I don't know what to get. Maybe this one is great.
I'll buy expensive, Brad.
Or we'll buy the pro brush, because that's what the pros use,
But
and
pros
I'll be able to
use-
paint like a pro, and that's not
but
the
pros
case.
paint differently
Yes.
than DIYers, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't know.
They don't realize at all. We see that a lot, and so what we're trying to do is communicate that we're making brushes specifically for the DIYers, and they do have to consider the brush they're buying. When we go to the paint and primer, we're using very fine, certainly on the interior products, we're using very fine brushes to give that very smooth finish so that they don't have to work at it hard, and also that they release the paint nice and evenly.
Well,
Yes.
we have to release ourselves.
We do.
So we're going to be
I was
hanging
having
out
fun.
here in the Shoreline booth at the National Hardware Show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
you
Barry.
very much for having me.
Very cool. Hanging out.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Check out Shoreline online and at your local home improvement center.
Shoreline.com is a good place to
Get
go.
party hats for all your paint cans.
Go time.
Oh, I love that song. I was listening to that on some kind of like XM Sirius kind of action recently, and they were saying that that guy was writing it about an experience he had in Budapest. I don't remember what the experience was, but I love that song so much. And we have a new friend. I'm going to say that you're a friend because you're sitting with us very
Yes.
closely.
We haven't offended you yet. That's
Yeah.
gonna that will happen soon. That's how we build the friendship, Mark.
Yes.
From Consumer Reports. And we know one of your colleagues, Dan.
Mike?
Wait,
Oh,
Mike?
Dan.
Dan DeClerico.
Yes.
I think you spoke with Mike Delora last year too.
Oh,
We did speak with
did.
Mike.
I saw Dan at the Architectural Digest home show in New York
Yes.
like a month or so ago, and we did some selfies. And every time he went to go take a picture on his phone, there's a hot dog that popped up on it. I have no idea what
Yes.
that was, but he
Yes.
had some hot dogs for lunch
So,
that
Mark,
day.
we're going to need you to explain that.
Yes. Do you guys review hot dogs at Consumer Reports?
No, we use hot dogs on grills.
Oh, well that
Use
makes
them on grills.
Yes.
That makes
Yes.
sense. All the questions aside, what's going on with your watch?
Oh, this is my Samsung Gear S watch.
What does that do? I'm not smart enough
Is
to
it like a
actually
phone?
buy one.
Well, yes, it does all the things the Samsung phone does.
So it's like the everyone talking about the iPhone
Yes,
business.
But I'm a Samsung
You're a Samsung guy.
Yes.
Now, why do you like Samsung more than Apple products?
Not that I like it more. I just use the Samsung phones. My son uses iPhones.
Okay.
So are you actually reviewing this new category
None.
of items in the magazine at any time coming up?
Well, we're now reviewing the Samsung, the iPhone, and the iWatch,
Okay.
right? But I'm in appliances. There are guys in electronics.
As far
Fun.
as I'm concerned, you have that watch, you can review that watch.
Well, I like it.
See? Yeah, you do?
Yes.
Email.
Personally, I'm talking for myself.
Yes.
Yes. Email, internet.
Yes.
Mine
text,
tells time.
Text.
How do you send a text message? Can you do that?
Here.
He's from the future.
You are. You're from the
Right.
future.
Missed calls, messages, and my steps, pedometers.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Okay, that's cool, man.
Which
I
is-
like that.
Like being connected, being over-connected. Like how do you, like you're wearing your watch, but it has all that information on it. How do you, like you take it off, do you turn it off at the end of the day?
I can.
Yeah?
Yes.
Huh. That's fancy. My mind is blown, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't
I can't.
come off.
See, I have no watch, so I'm notoriously late for everything.
It's good for driving. If I'm driving, I answer my phone. It's hands-free.
Oh.
How loud is it?
It's loud enough.
Sure.
And this is not exactly what we plan to talk about at all. We're
No.
just kind of
No.
fascinated,
Mark
you know.
from Consumer Reports, who's
Yes.
been kind enough to join us here at the Shoreline booth,
Yeah.
the National Hardware Show.
So you're walking around this show floor at the National Hardware Show, and have you seen anything that is so amazing that we should check it out?
Not as amazing as I saw some last year, but I'm covering primary grills, gas grills, and some outdoor entertainment stuff.
So
What's
when you're
outdoor entertainment?
Outdoor
What's that
living.
category?
Outdoor living.
Okay.
The National Building Association said 35% of people will be doing something on outdoor living, and so we're looking what people are doing, to enhance their outdoor entertainment.
So are
outdoor
you walking
living.
around testing out all the chairs too?
I'm looking at them, see what is new.
Do you sit
what
in
is coming.
them and
Not all of them, but some of them.
yeah?
And I look at what new grills are coming, what brands are doing for grills, and what's coming next year, what we need to look at, test.
Do
for the
you
coming year.
know?
I want to ask about grills though, because this is that time of year.
Yes.
Right. It's not like I had a question.
No,
I'll
I just-
pretend. Mark, and I say this throughout our My Fix It Up live shows all the time. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Call me on your watch.
No, but this is the time of year everybody's having a grill. Like there's cookouts,
Yes.
there's graduation parties, 4th of July's around the
Secret
corner,
of
the
mail.
whole thing. And my husband grills all year round because he's from New England and he's crazy. But people are out there like Father's Day. I want to get my dad a new grill.
Yes.
So how are
Mother's Day.
Mother's
coming up.
Day?
Right.
Yeah.
I got you a grill.
I don't want a grill. I really don't, actually. I'm charmed by like homemade gifts, handmade things, and everyone getting along all day long.
How do you buy? So
So grills, how do you evaluate
how do you buy
what's
a
good?
grill?
Well, we look at a number of products, a number of areas. We look at an evenness, how even the grill cooks. We look at speed to heat, how quick it gets up to desired temperature. We look at temperature range, the range of the grill temperature
Yeah.
from hot, the range of it. We look at, we haven't started this yet, but we're trying to see how we can look at the construction. We also look at conveniences. How much convenience a grill has. Does it have lights? People are grilling all the time now in darkness. We're looking at the conveniences that have hooks. Different conveniences that the consumer likes
Are
on their
there
grill.
are there any grills that have copied my idea of the clamping flashlight that I have on the fence next to my grill?
Well,
Not part of my grill, but a grill with a light in it.
a lot of grills do come with lights. For example, you see a Roman casting with a light for nighttime grilling, or interior lights in the box. You can turn on a light. There's a light inside the box. If you open the box, there are lights in there, so you can see what's on you.
That's like a hotel pool.
Okay, so One thing that I've seen recently is like when people infuse it with like have a little drawer or something in their grill
Right.
with like rosemary or whatever
Yes.
it is, wood chips from
For
something.
wood chips, right?
Yes.
That's another convenience. So they put a wood chip box in the grill, and that you'll see on some high-end grills. So it gives it a flavor, different flavors in your food.
Now, when you're looking around at grills and you're evaluating them, are you then going home and saying to your friends, like, this is going to be so big, you're going to see this everywhere. Everyone's talking about this. Like infusing stuff, the lights, whatever the thing is that in your world, because you have access to all the cool new stuff, and then your friends come over and they're like, so what, should I wait until whenever to buy my grill or buy my whatever? They kind of get information from you?
Some do,
Mm-hmm.
but our ratings are always available online, and we tend to tell people do not look for necessarily top-rated grill. Grills all the way down to the middle of the ratings tend to seem very good, depending on what you're looking for. So there are always grills that probably in the middle of the ratings that does very well in our tests. That depending on what you're looking for, that may be the grill that you want. So not necessarily top rated, but probably scoring somewhere in the middle that suits your needs.
Now, we were invited to go out to where you guys test everything. Dan invited us
Yes,
out. And do you guys, like, when you're testing out grills, do you have, like, a big, like, Consumer Reports party? Like, everyone's like, yay, we're going to be grilling hot dogs today. Everybody come down.
We do, our testing is more
Scientific?
Yes. We do use,
Yeah,
years
they don't have
ago,
a keg party, Teresa.
I just think,
I
you know
mean-
what, it would be fun, though, because if you're lighting them all up, because I know, like, you test
You
tools.
know it's a real magazine,
It
right?
is a real magazine.
It's not the
Yes.
Kardashians.
No, but there is a part of,
And
like,
then Kim came over and we had an argument.
there's, like,
It's
the
a real, this
like
is
the
the real world.
experience of the people using it. You know,
Yes.
how you stand around and gather. Like, where does the person, who's using it, how hard is it to be able to serve people? How,
I
There's,
dozed
like-
off
some sensory
somewhere.
to it.
Yes.
Some sensory. Years ago, we still do it to some extent to see how the grill cook the actual food. But it's more scientific where we do use actual scientific processes in doing the cook test. But years ago we used all food to test. Now we do more scientific products that are repeatable. And after that we'll use steaks and salmons and fish and burger, which the staff love, so they come and eat afterwards.
Do you actually have to have someone for the food part of it, like a chef who like really knows how to cook?
Yes,
So they're doing it. You know what I mean?
We do have chef in our a trained chef in our
See what I mean?
in
See,
on
I
staff.
asked the party question, but I got some stuff in there.
Yeah, we do have a trained chef
Gold
and staff.
star for Mark today.
I'm gonna paint a gold
Winner,
star
winner,
with
chicken
my
dinner.
Shoreline touch-up
Oh, I forgot.
painter.
I was so into his watch, I forgot about painting.
I didn't.
Oh,
We are
do
hanging
have to
out.
go to break, though. So we now follow you on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
Mark Order 2.
And then we also follow your magazine as well.
Thank you.
So everybody should go there and check out the ratings for all awesome new cool products. So, and not always is it the top rated one. It might be the
Yes.
one in the middle that's right for you. We got to go. We'll be right back with more
Thank you.
My Fix It Up Live. We have been enjoying the National Hardware Show, meeting wonderful people, trying out new innovations, products, and everything. We've got a healthy list of things that we have to try out. We'll be posting everything online, so go to our website, myfixituplife.com. Follow us on Twitter because we're always sharing cool new stuff and have awesome interviews and guests. And Facebook, check it out. We're always posting like wacky videos and feats of strength and inspiration. We want to hear from you, so send us an email, info@myfixituplife.com, or just send us a tweet. We love to talk. And we're out. We'll be back next week with more My Fix It Up Life.
You might be just a pretty face looking back at me. You might be an idle conversation piece. You might be another wasted memory, but I I'd like to wait and see. It might be the first date on a city street. It might be a kiss that brings me to my knees. It might be initials carved into a tree. And I'd like to wait and see. Sometimes we agree just to agree. Sometimes we fight with the referee. I'm so glad you walked into my life, into my fix-it-up life. This is my fix-it-up life. Might be a white dress walking up to me. It might be a sunrise in a sky blue sea. It might be the holder of my front door key. And I'd like to wait and see. Sometimes we agree just to agree. Sometimes we fight with the referee. I'm so glad that you became my wife. This is our fix-it-up life. Just a simple low adieu. But what do I say to you when I can see all I want with you? You might be grandkids running at my feet. You might be a best friend aging gracefully. You might be lifelong love-filled guarantee. And I'm so glad that we sometimes we agree just to agree. Sometimes we fight with the referee. I'm so glad you walked through the door tonight into my fix-it-up life. Fix-it-up life, my crazy fix-it-up life. This is our fix-it-up life. This is my fix-it-up life.